Every day, we pass by people asking for help. But do we ever stop to wonder about their story? This is the story of a homeless man, an old stranger, and a simple challenge that sparked a life-changing transformation. It's about pride, effort, and how true giving isn't just about what you have, it's about what you create. Stay with me, because this story may touch your heart and change the way you see the world. Every day, a homeless man sat near a bus stop asking people for money. Some dropped a few coins, some walked past without looking back. And every morning, an old man came to the same bus stop. He never spoke much, he simply fed the birds with grains and quietly walked away. One day, the homeless man gathered courage and asked him for some money. The old man smiled, placed a few coins in his hand, laughed softly, and walked away. The next day, when the old man returned, something unexpected happened. This time, the homeless man asked again. The old man placed a few coins in his hand, smiled gently, and walked away without saying a single word. On the third day, the homeless man thought, "If I ask again, he'll surely give me money." So he stepped closer and asked for help. But this time, the old man didn't reach for his pocket. He looked at him and said, "You always ask people for help, but tell me, have you ever given anything to anyone?" The homeless man was shocked. "If you want," he said, "take my whole bowl of money." The old man smiled and replied softly, "The value of these coins may be the same, but there's a huge difference between how you give and how others give. People give you money they earned with hard work, and you're giving me money you got without effort. If you truly want to give me something you've made with your own effort." And with that, the old man walked away. The homeless man stood there, silent. He had nothing that he had made himself. For days after that, whenever they crossed paths, he couldn't lift his eyes. Shame weighed heavy on his heart. One night, inside his broken shelter, he noticed something in the corner. An old piece of clay and a few worn tools. Tools his parents once used to make clay art. Memories rushed in. After his parents passed away, he stopped creating and slowly became a beggar. Tears rolled down his face. He whispered, "Why not make something again and gift it to that old man?" The next morning, he mixed clay and water. The clay slipped through his fingers, too soft, too weak. Still, he didn't give up. He added dry clay, tried again, failed, again and again and again, until finally he made a small clay decoration. Not perfect, but made with love and effort. The next day, when the old man came, the homeless man walked up to him. "Sir," he said quietly, "I made this with my own hands." The old man held the piece, looked at it closely, and smiled. "This is beautiful." He gave him some money and walked away. That day, something changed. "If people can pay for what I make," the man thought, "why should I keep begging?" He began making clay decorations, selling them. People loved his work. Soon, everything sold out within minutes. Slowly, he saved money, opened a small shop, then a studio. Time passed. The man who once begged on the street became the owner of a successful art business. He earned money, respect, and pride. But in his heart, he never forgot the old man. One day, he returned to the same bus stop. The old man was still there, feeding the birds. The businessman, in a suit, with a gentle smile, walked up and asked, "Do you recognize me?"
The old man looked carefully. "You seem familiar, but I can't remember." The man smiled and said softly, "I'm the homeless man who once gave you a small clay piece. You asked me to give something made with my own effort. That moment changed my life." The old man's eyes filled with tears. He smiled and said, "I knew the day you learned to give from hard work was the day you would truly start living." The man bowed his head. "Thank you, sir. You didn't just give me advice, you gave me a new life."
That small clay piece wasn't just a gift. It was a turning point, from the streets to a thriving business. This journey reminds us the power to change our lives lies in what we create with our own hands and our own heart. Sometimes all it takes is one person's belief to start the change. So remember, true giving isn't about how much you have. It's about the effort, the heart, and the sweat behind it. If this story inspired you, don't scroll away. Like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a little spark today.